Hi, I'm Norman Spencer, the Collider artist from July, and I'm here to teach you about the tools that I use when making a Linocut print. To start off, a basic pencil and a Sharpie. I use the industrial Sharpies. The regular Sharpies tend to dry out a little faster on the linoleum, but either is fine. The next tool would be a carving tool. I started off using something like this from Speedball, and I think that's pretty much how most people start off. It's just like a basic, they come in your starting carving kits. But I use this tool by FlexCut, which has like a larger handle. It's easier on your hands to hold. It comes with like a variety of different carving gouges, which make different lines depending on the type of gouge that you use. Mostly I use a V gouge and this wide U gouge for like larger spaces for the U gouge and smaller lines for the V. You have your roller, which is used to roll ink onto your linoleum, and your baren, which is used to apply pressure and create your prints. And this right here is a basic piece of linoleum that's unmounted, meaning it's like by itself. It's not on a piece of wood. It comes in different sizes. I like to buy large pieces and then cut them down into smaller pieces just based on how I need them. People tend to get the wood-backed ones when they're running them through a press, just because it adds a little support for the pressure of the press, and it just keeps it sturdy. But I do how my prints are all hand printed, so this works perfectly, and it's easier you can actually just cut it. You can't really cut the larger wood-backed pieces into smaller pieces. I use this slip stroke. Printmaking, it's one of the most important things is your carving tools and how sharp they are, and this just helps keep them sharp. Like right before you carve, you'll just hone them. It doesn't sharpen them, it just hones the shape of the gouges. And tape, and a pair of scissors. I also use transfer paper and an image that you're going to print, that you're going to be making the print of. It can be a hand-drawn image. For this one, it's just like something that I drew on my iPad and printed out. Another important tool for producing a Linocut print is your ink. But there's two basic types. There's water-based and there's oil-based. Water-based is easier to clean up. Oil-based tends to last longer. It takes a little longer to dry, but once it dries, it's set forever. I tend to roll my inks out onto this baking sheet. I just put the ink on and then I roll it out using the roller, and it keeps everything contained, and it's very easy to clean up. You just pop it in the sink, it rolls some water over it, and you're good to go. But yeah, you can use anything like a plate, like a flat plate to do your inking. Most inks nowadays are non-toxic, so you don't have to worry about them going into the wastewater supply or anything like that. They're usually non-toxic and great, but some of the oil-based inks you have to clean up with linseed oil, and there's like a whole process. So I tend to mostly use water-based. But yeah, you can get all of this stuff at like any art supply store, like locally, like Preston Art Supply or Artists and Craftsmen, and you can also get them online. These are the tools that I use to produce my Linocut images. Next week, I will be going over how to use the carving tool, some basic exercises to get comfortable with it, and I'll go over a quick little carving tutorial using this image. Thank you.